Tonight, something powerful is unfolding in the skies. The waning crescent moon is here, and it's bringing with it a shift you cannot afford to ignore. Do you feel it? The air is thick with anticipation, and the energy is pulsing around you. Something is changing, and the next 24 hours could alter the course of your life, if you allow it. This isn't just another phase. This is a time for release, for letting go of what no longer serves you. The moon is calling for transformation, urging you to shed the old and embrace what's to come. Are you ready to listen? The spiritual messages in these hours are louder than ever. But will you hear them? Stay with me as I reveal why this moment is so critical and what you can do to harness the power of this cosmic shift. You don't want to miss this. The waning crescent moon is no ordinary phase. It's like the final breath before a new beginning. Imagine the last whispers of the night before dawn breaks, the moment when everything stands still, heavy with possibility. This phase marks the end of a cycle, a time to release what has been holding you back, clearing the way for the fresh energy that will soon arrive with the new moon. It's a cosmic reset, inviting you to reflect on what's been and what could be. Symbolically, the waning crescent is about surrender. It asks you to let go of burdens, old patterns, and toxic attachments. It's the spiritual equivalent of cleaning out a closet full of clutter. As you release, you create space for something new, something brighter, lighter, and more aligned with your true self. But this moment isn't just about physical decluttering. Emotionally and energetically, you may feel intense waves of vulnerability or heaviness. These are the signs that it's time to surrender. This is why tonight is so important, because you're being given the opportunity to leave behind what no longer serves you. The energy is ripe for transformation. If you take action now, you'll feel a profound shift in your energy and your life. Have you ever experienced that feeling? When you're just on the edge of something, but you can't quite grasp it. You might feel a heaviness in your chest, or a strange emptiness in your soul, like something's missing, but you don't know what. Maybe it's been days or weeks, but lately, everything feels out of sync, like you're standing still while the world keeps moving. Do you sense it now? That pull to let go of something you've held on to for far too long, the thing that keeps you up at night, the habit that drains your energy, or the relationship that no longer brings peace but adds confusion. It's as if you can feel the weight of it all in your very bones. And as much as you may have tried to push it away, there's no escaping the truth anymore. Something needs to shift. Think about your life, your daily routines, your interactions with others. Do you feel exhausted by the constant juggling act? Do you feel drained by the demands of others, constantly giving and giving without feeling fulfilled in return? Maybe it's not even others. Perhaps it's your own expectations that weigh you down. You've worked so hard to achieve, to create, to be what others need, that you've forgotten to ask yourself what you need. It's exhausting, isn't it? The constant push, the endless striving, the need to be everything to everyone. But the truth is, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, what's left after all this? When you've given everything, what's left to give to yourself? Are you ready to face the truth that your own happiness, peace, and joy matter just as much as the people or things you've prioritized? Maybe you've noticed that these questions have been lingering in the back of your mind for a while now, just waiting to be addressed. They're the whispers you've been ignoring, the feelings you've been pushing aside, hoping they'll go away. But deep down, you know they won't. They're asking you to look at your life and evaluate what's no longer serving you. Think about the last time you felt truly at peace? When was it? Maybe it was a moment of stillness, in nature, or when you were truly present with yourself. Maybe it was when you let go of something or someone that was no longer aligned with who you are. And now, in the face of this waning crescent moon, the universe is inviting you once more to surrender, to step away from the noise and the chaos, to release what's been dragging you down. Now ask yourself, what am I holding on to that's keeping me stuck? Is it a past relationship that has outlived its purpose? Or perhaps it's a toxic habit that feels comforting in its familiarity, even though you know it's hurting you? Could it be the constant need to please others, even at the expense of your own peace? It's time to face it. What have you been afraid to let go of? Maybe it's not about giving up, but about choosing to free yourself from the weight of what no longer serves your highest good. You deserve to make room for joy, peace, and love that flows effortlessly into your life. But to make space for that, the clutter, emotional, mental, or even physical, has to go. This isn't about rejecting your past or pretending it didn't matter. It's about acknowledging that you've outgrown certain things, certain people, and certain parts of yourself. You are evolving. You are transforming. And tonight, the energy of the waning crescent moon is encouraging you to let go, so you can become the person you were always meant to be. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. What is it that feels heavy to you right now? What thoughts keep looping in your mind, unresolved? What parts of you are still holding on to old stories or wounds that no longer have a place in your present or future? Tonight is the night to ask yourself, what will you release to make space for something better? This isn't just about spiritual growth. It's about reclaiming your energy. It's about stepping into your power and finding the courage to move forward, lighter and more aligned than ever before. Will you take the opportunity to let go? Will you trust that, as you release the old, something beautiful and new will take its place? It's time. The waning crescent moon is here. Let go and watch what happens next. Now that we've acknowledged the shift in energy and the importance of this moment, it's time to look ahead. You've felt the pull, the weight of what needs to be released, but what comes next? How do you step into the unknown with courage, shedding the layers that no longer serve you? The waning crescent moon isn't just a time for reflection. It's an invitation to transform. But transformation doesn't just happen on its own. It's a conscious, intentional process. And it begins with you, with your willingness to engage in the healing work that's been calling you. Are you ready to make that shift? Are you ready to step into the power that awaits you on the other side of surrender? Start by asking yourself, what is the one thing I've been holding on to that's holding me back? Maybe it's a toxic relationship, an old grudge, or a habit that drains your energy. Maybe it's an unfulfilled dream, or a belief that you're not good enough. Whatever it is, this is your chance to let it go. But how do you actually do that? The first step is to journaling your emotions. This may seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Imagine your mind as a cluttered attic. Every thought, emotion, and memory is a box, stacked high, with things you no longer need. Journaling is like opening up those boxes and sorting through them one by one. As you do this, ask yourself, what emotions am I still holding on to? Write freely, without judgment. Allow your pen to release whatever thoughts or feelings you've been suppressing. Is there anger, sadness, or regret buried deep within you? Let it out onto the page. Feel the weight of it. And then as you write, ask yourself, what would it feel like to let go of this? Imagine a space in your heart where this emotion no longer resides. It's liberating, isn't it? The act of writing becomes an alchemical process, turning negative emotions into clarity and ultimately freedom. As you journal, it's also important to reflect on the patterns in your life. Look for recurring themes. What keeps coming up, time and time again? Perhaps you find that you often fall into relationships that drain you, or you've been holding on to a belief that you're not worthy of success. These are the things that need to be addressed and released. The act of journaling creates a mirror, allowing you to see what you've been blind to. Now let's move to the next step, letting go of grudges and toxic habits. This is one of the hardest steps, but it's also one of the most transformative. Picture yourself holding a heavy stone in your hand. Every time you harbor resentment or bitterness, that stone gets heavier. You carry it with you everywhere, burdening yourself with its weight. The longer you hold on to that stone, the harder it becomes to move freely. But what if you let go of it? What if you could free yourself from the grudges you've been holding? It's not easy, and it doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means choosing to release the power that those negative emotions have over you. It means refusing to let them dictate your present. The waning crescent moon is the perfect time to do this. Its energy encourages release. Think about a garden. You can't plant new seeds if the soil is full of weeds. By letting go of old hurts, grudges, and habits that no longer serve you, you're making space for new growth. So, ask yourself, what is the one thing I need to forgive? Whether it's someone else or even myself. Holding on to anger, regret, or shame keeps you rooted in the past. But forgiveness frees you, giving you the power to step into the future without that weight dragging you down. Now, as you work through releasing, setting clear intentions for the future is the next crucial step. The energy of the waning crescent is the perfect time to plant those seeds of intention. Remember, every garden needs a plan. You wouldn't just scatter seeds without thought. You would carefully decide where to plant them, ensuring they have room to grow. This is where the magic of intention setting comes in. Get clear about what you want. What are your deepest desires? Don't just settle for what you think is achievable. Dream big. Set your sights on the life you truly want to create. But clarity is key. If you set vague goals, like, I want to be happy, you'll end up with a blurred vision. Be specific. Do you want more peace in your life? Set an intention for daily moments of stillness. Do you want to improve your health? Set a clear intention to prioritize self-care, eating nourishing foods, and moving your body regularly. Your intentions should feel empowering. They should ignite a spark within you, encouraging you to take action. It's not just about thinking, it's about doing. Ask yourself, what can I do today to move closer to my goals? Even if it's a small step, it's a step forward. Remember, the smallest actions compound over time. As you reflect on your life, habits, and relationships, think of yourself as a sculptor. You are chiseling away the excess, the things that no longer belong, and carving out space for something more meaningful, more aligned with who you are becoming. Just like a block of marble contains the masterpiece within, your life contains the potential for greatness. But greatness doesn't come by holding on to the past or repeating old patterns. It comes from being intentional, from taking the time to reflect, release, and set clear intentions for what's ahead. So, take a deep breath. The work is not always easy, but it is always worth it. You are on the verge of something powerful. And the waning crescent moon is here to guide you, to help you clear the way. Are you ready to step into your transformation? Now that you've started your journey of reflection, release, and intention setting, it's time to anchor your progress in everyday actions. Spiritual growth doesn't end with a moment of clarity. It thrives in the daily choices you make. This phase, illuminated by the waning crescent moon, invites you to make your transformation tangible. How do you continue to walk the path of change once the moon has waned and the new cycle begins? It's about weaving these practices into the fabric of your life. Think of yourself as an artist. Each decision, each action is a brushstroke on the canvas of your existence. As you keep releasing and reflecting, how will you fill the spaces you've cleared? One of the most potent tools in your transformation toolkit is meditation. It's not just a practice, but a sacred ritual of aligning your mind, body, and soul with the energies of the universe. Through meditation, you create stillness. In that stillness, the answers will come and clarity will emerge. Each session is an opportunity to deepen your connection with your inner self and the cosmic forces around you. In the next 24 hours, as the waning crescent moon reaches its peak, carve out time for a deep meditation session. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let go of all external distractions. Focus on the sensation of your breath and allow it to center you. As you meditate, ask the universe or your higher self what needs to be released and what needs to be embraced in the coming cycle. Trust that the answers will come in subtle ways, a feeling, an image, or even a word that floats into your mind. Another important practice is setting boundaries, something many of us struggle with. We often give so much of ourselves to others that we lose sight of our own needs. The waning crescent moon invites you to ask, what boundaries do I need to set to protect my energy and nurture my spirit? Do you allow others to take more than you can give? Do you say yes when your heart says no? This is the time to redefine what's acceptable in your life and what isn't. Setting boundaries is a form of self-love. It's the act of honoring your time, energy, and well-being. As you set intentions for the future, consider the power of gratitude in anchoring your vision. While it's easy to focus on what you don't have or what's not working, the energy of gratitude shifts your perspective. It opens your heart to the abundance around you, creating space for more to flow in. Tonight, in the glow of the waning crescent, take a moment to reflect on everything you're grateful for. Gratitude doesn't just attract more of what you want, it also affirms that you are ready to receive. You see, this journey of transformation is not a single event. It's an ongoing process. Just as the moon cycles through its phases, so too will your life. There will be times of release, times of growth, and times of rest. But if you embrace this cosmic dance, if you align your actions with the flow of the universe, you'll find yourself evolving in ways you never imagined. The waning crescent moon isn't just a signal of endings. It's a call to prepare for the new beginnings that are already taking shape. So, as you continue to release, reflect, and set intentions, remember that the power of transformation lies in your hands. You hold the key to your own evolution. The universe is always here to guide you, but it's up to you to take the steps. And with each step, you come closer to the life you've always dreamed of. A life that's free, abundant, and aligned with your true purpose. Trust yourself. Trust the process. The next 24 hours are critical. Are you ready to step fully into your power? This is the moment. Right now, the energy is reaching its peak, and everything you've been reflecting on, Everything you've been letting go of has led you to this critical point. Can you feel it? The surge of energy, the electricity in the air. This is no ordinary moment. It is a cosmic opportunity to break free from what's been holding you back. The waning crescent moon isn't just a celestial event. It is the universe's whisper to your soul, urging you to make the final release, to cut the last ties that bind you to the past. The old patterns, the stagnant emotions, the fears that have ruled your life, they no longer have control. The shift has already begun, and the only question left is, will you step into the transformation that is waiting for you? This is your turning point, the threshold between the old and the new. The energy around you is ripe for change. It's a powerful moment, filled with potential. But potential means nothing unless you act on it. The universe is not going to do the work for you. It has already laid the foundation. Now it's your turn to rise, to claim the space you've just made by letting go of what no longer serves you. Remember, transformation isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking action in the moment you're given. This is your moment. The cosmic shift, the alignment of energies, the opportunity to clear the old and make space for the new. It's all happening right now. So, what will you do with this powerful opportunity? Will you continue to hold on to the past, clinging to old habits, fears, and doubts? Or will you rise up and step fully into the person you are becoming? The world is waiting for you. You are ready. This is the time to act with boldness, with courage, and with unwavering faith in your own ability to transform. The waning crescent moon has given you the key, and the door is wide open. All you need to do now is walk through it. Will you take that step? The time for hesitation is over. Your transformation starts now. Go ahead, embrace it. As we come to the close of this powerful journey together, remember, the waning crescent moon is not just a cosmic event. It is a doorway, one that leads you from the past to a future of limitless potential. You've spent this time reflecting, releasing, and setting intentions, but the most important part of this journey is still ahead of you. Action. The shift is here. The energy is aligned. Now you have the power to step forward and claim the transformation that's waiting for you. What you do in the next 24 hours will define your path. This moment is critical. Will you continue holding on to the old, or will you choose to step into a new version of yourself, one that is free, empowered, and ready to embrace all that the universe has to offer? The call is clear, and the time is now. You've been given the gift of this cosmic moment. Will you rise to meet it? Transformation is not a distant dream. It's a choice you make in the present. The shift you've been waiting for is already here. It's up to you to grab it, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to step boldly into the future you've always desired. If you feel the pull to dive even deeper into this journey, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What are you releasing during this powerful phase? What intentions are you setting? Your reflections may inspire others who are on the same path. We're all in this together, supporting each other through every cosmic shift. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss out on the upcoming content that will help you navigate this period of transformation with even more insight and guidance. Every step of the way, we'll be here, guiding you, uplifting you, and empowering you to live a life that is aligned with your highest potential. In the coming videos, we'll dive deeper into the energies of the full moon, how to harness its power for manifestation, and explore more practical ways to stay aligned with the universe's flow. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. The journey has just begun. Now, it's your turn to take the first step. The universe is waiting.